We got the vibe, fun and friendly all the time. Draft and play and feel the rise. Magic moments in our eyes.
Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic here, and back doing a best of one Foundations draft. Our rare is Dracuseth Maw of Flames. I don't think we're going to take it. It is a really strong effect, but it's expensive unless I could guarantee resurrect it. But even then, you still need to attack with it to fully get value out of it. It is a strong card. I usually don't like to first pick. That's not true. I like first picking 7-drops. I just think it's not a good idea to do so. So everybody tells me green is the weakest color, but not seeing a lot of stuff in here that's screaming at me. I mean, I could take Joust Through. It's good for it's a 1-mana removal spell that also gains you life for the life gain value deck. Not the most exciting first pick. There's Elvish Regrower, which is a great card. 4-mana, 4/3, and then you get a permanent card back from your graveyard to your hand. Ruby Daring Tracker, ramps, gets bigger when creatures enter. Bushwhack, removal that finds lands. I think I'm going to go with the Joust Through. I don't know if this is right. Just feels like a cheap removal spell with some upside for the right archetype. I guess we get to follow up with a Banishing Light, which feels pretty good. Otherwise, we could have had 2 Elvish Regrowers. They go hard together. And just keep chaining that. But I feel fine with taking a Banishing Light. I guess if I took Dracuseth, maybe I could take a Siobhan Dragon. Just go all for the all-expensive dragon deck. So if I'm taking this, I want to be black-white for the black life gain value cards, but otherwise I don't have to. For now, we can just settle in, take another good white removal spell, and figure out what we're doing. Well, Helpful Hunter is good in white. 2 Luminous Rebukes. Resembling Skeleton, good for the sack value deck. Dragon Trainer, great card, 2 bodies in 1. I could have had 3 dragon cards. And then Wary Thespian. I think we'll just take the Hunter. It's a great card. 2-mana, 1/1 that draws a card when it enters, so just good in general. I like Macabre Waltz a lot in black here too, but let's take the Hunter and see what happens. For now, just keep cutting white, taking playable white cards. So Vanguard Seraph makes sense in this deck, and flying is very good. Could also be blue-white skies. I think it's black-white that has all the life gain value. But maybe there's some in... I don't think there's any in blue. Yeah, I think it's all in black. But still, we can take the Seraph here and get a pretty solid angel. To be honest, it's not that great. It's a 4-mana 3/3. But flying, like I said, is better in this format than it has been in a little while. And, you know, maybe surveilling every time you gain life can do something for us. Best card in the pack in a vacuum. The pack is pretty good. I haven't played with Soul Caller, but it seems like a fine card. Just can't block, but it's evasive, and Elfsworn Giant's kind of whatever. A lot of whatever stuff. We'll just cut white. Continue to cut white. Well, Armithar Guide's kind of whatever too. Sky Mage, I think I'd rather just take a Think Twice at that point. Otherwise, maybe we just take the Stab and try and commit to the black-white life gain. I mean, Stab's a great card, 1-mana removal spell. And I feel pretty decent about that. I like it more than Seeker's Folly. So, okay. I'll take it over Armithar Guide, which is kind of a whatever card anyway. X Sanguinate. Each opponent loses X life, you gain life equal to life lost this way. Well, I guess technically that's a way to kill your opponent, but we could take the Marauding Blight Priest. You know, that's got some synergy with... It's a pretty unexciting card in a vacuum. 3-mana, 3/2, but there's some value there to be had. If you can gain life 1 at a time, it really can go off. Or we could just take Cathar Commando, which is pretty solid 2-drop. Blows up artifacts and enchantments too. It doesn't necessarily have to put us deeper black yet. I mean, I could just take the Synergy card, but... An Exsanguinate can just kill your opponent, which is kind of cool. I'm going to go with the Commando, though. I just like having a 2-drop flash. Flash blocker, it's just a good card. Here, I mean, I guess we just take another Seraph for now. Still don't love it, but definitely pushing us deeper into wanting a gain life deck or an angel value deck. There's Scoured Barons here as well. And nothing else terribly exciting, so I guess we'll just take the flyer. Inspiring Paladin's not bad. But I like the Bouncer a lot. I don't think I need the Lunar Insight. But it kind of makes sense to take the Paladin. It's first strike attacker. I like the Bouncer more, and it's pretty late, but let's just keep taking playable white spells for now and really cut that hard, pack one. All right, well, this kind of works for the archetype too. Exile cards from graveyards, so you can get rid of flashback or get rid of a creature and drain your opponent, so you get some more life gain value there. I think taking the zombie here kind of makes sense because we have 2 Seraphs over like a Juggernaut, which is fine too, but take that. All right, I can take Tranquil Cove. There's Crypt Feaster, but I don't really need it. We'll take a Cove just in case. Could take a Windscarred Crag just in case too. All right. I don't care about those cards too much. So we can take a Quick Draw Katana. It's a little clunky, but we have some high power stuff, some decently powered stuff, I should say. I don't really think it's going to happen, but I don't really need a turtle or a second right. So, all right. Red could be open, I guess, but I wouldn't want the Cyclops even if it was. All right, Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Well, if there's any more reason to push further into this deck, this is it. 5 mana, 5/5 flying Death Touch with whenever an opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So now we definitely want the gain some life stuff. Currently, the only ones we have are what? A Zombie and a Joust Through. So we're going to have to find some more. This card's incredible, the Sky Knight Squire. Yeah, I mean, there's a decent argument to just take this because it's a 2-drop too. I mean, this gets bigger when another creature enters, but still, that's so good. Now, Johnny's Pridemate wants to be in this deck too. I mean, there's a decent argument to just take the Squire just because it's so much cheaper, but this is huge upside and really wants us to be in this archetype bad. It just sucks because there's so many good cards for the archetype in that exact pack. All right, well, Dazzling Angel, we finally found it. The thing that really pushes us deeper here. So we're going to take Dazzling Angel. It's great with the Conqueror. It's great with the Seraphs. It's great with, I guess that's it, but that's still pretty good. Krenko's in here. Wow. Well, Krenko's really strong, but at this point, Siphoner would want to be in this deck. So now we're seeing all the things we want. But I'm going to take the Dazzling Angel because I feel like it just makes the most sense. Flyer that's gaining us a bunch of life and good value with Seraph and all that. Okay, well, here I'll probably take the Felidar Savior over another zombie. And Claws Out's isn't quite the right deck for it. Another 4-drop, not exactly what I want, but honestly, the Seraphs are kind of expendable. I mean, they do have the synergy in the deck, but they're nothing to like write home about. Be nice to wield a zombie. We'll see if that happens, but Felidar Savior is fantastic. It has lifelink and it buffs 2 other creatures. Really good for this deck. Angel of Finality. So 4-drop, another 4-drop, but exile a player's graveyard. Probably just take the Sanguine Siphoner now. It's got the life gain synergy. It's really not that great of a card, but I don't really want to take another 4-drop. We're already at 4, and I feel like we're going to find some more, and I just want to make sure we have enough early plays. I think the Siphoner kind of makes sense with the life gain cards we're trying to play. Well, mostly the Conqueror, I guess, but... Okay, well, I mean, Resolute Reinforcements is a great card. 2 mana, you get 2 bodies. But I think at this point, we probably are taking the Blight Priest. It makes the most sense with all the life gain we have. So we can start to put opponents away synergistically with running some stuff like Blight Priest. Okay, we could take another Siphoner. There's Macabre Waltz, which is good. And I guess, you know, at least one card we want to get back. But I think Siphoner makes more sense. We got to get that life gain value going early. You know, 1/3 is not bad either. It's not great, not terrible. At least good with Savior. I kind of doubt we're going to play the Katana since we're already kind of close to a deck. But I guess a couple of the cards are lands, so we're not quite there yet. Removal-wise, we just have a Stab, a Joust Through, and a Banishing Light. Well, that's not a bad start. So Burglar, Rat, we have Fake Your Own Death, which also makes a Treasure. Not bad. Burglar Rat's not bad. This isn't probably this is better for probably a sack deck, I would guess. Could take the Make Your Move. I don't love it in best of one though. Probably just take a Fake Your Own Death. It's a combat trick with some upside. And do we have Into the Battlefield effects? Sort of. If something dies, and we have a Dazzling Angel out, I guess. Or, yeah, Savior's a great one, actually, with it. Come bring that one back. All right, Authority of the Councils, I think, makes perfect sense. We have Vanguard, Seraph, and we have Bloodthirsty Conqueror, so making your opponent's stuff intertapped could be good. Another Siphoner in here. Oh, wow. What a gift. Getting a pick 9 Pridemate is just so insanely helpful for this deck. And that was in the Bloodthirsty Conqueror pack, so really, really huge pickup there. I mean, I think we're pretty easily in these two colors, and I don't think we're going to need the Katana. The rest looks fine. I'll pass all this. We're not in those colors. So I like where we're at. I think the deck synergies are there. The Pridemate, Blight Priest, the Conqueror, the payoffs with the Seraph, the setups with the Joust Through. I'll just cut the white card. I don't think we're going to play it. I guess we do have some cats. Campus Guide, hopefully don't have to play it. It does make more hands keepable, but I guess we have 3 cats. That's pretty good. Revenge of the Rats. Guess we have a decent creature count. I'm not likely to play it, but we'll see how pack 3 pans out. All right, this card is incredibly strong, but I don't think we're going to splash it. Banner. Do we even have creature consistency? Just some vampires, I guess. Probably not worth it then. Could take the Macabre Waltz. Yeah, bit of a rocky pick here for us, to be honest. Guess I could take the Macabre Waltz. It's a good card. Getting 2 creatures back is good. I don't think we're going to splash Lathril. I could with a Campus Guide, but I don't have any other lands to help fix for it. It's a strong card. We don't have any ways to really buff it besides, I guess, Felidar Savior. So I guess we'll just first pick a Macabre Waltz, which is not ideal. Can take Fleeting Flight. Just prevents combat damage. Nah, we're going to take another Savior. Yet another 4-drop. Never a 4-drop shortage, but it's got lifelink, like I said, and the buff is good, so it makes sense. I guess we're not horrible on 4-drops. We have 5. Yeah, that's not that bad. Okay, so here we probably just have to slam the Healer's Hawk. I mean, there's Cathar Commando, which is, like I said, a great card and Heir Apparent, but this has got the lifelink. It's just what the doctor ordered. Turn 1 Hawk, turn 2 Pridemate attack. You got a turn 2 3/3. Really, really good there. And not to mention all the other life gain synergies we have with it. And like I've said already a few times, there's just not that much protection against flying. It feels like there's not as much reach as I feel like I'm used to. Savannah Lions, 1-drop. Doesn't really synergize too much with the deck. It's just kind of a 1-mana 2/1. I guess it is a cat for claws out, but it's the only on-color pick. Otherwise, could take Fleeting Flight. We're not a counter deck, so it's not as relevant, but it gives flying, so it can win games, and we probably just take it. I'm not really feeling the Savannah Lions here. Something to stick with a Savior, that's true. Raise the Past. You know, we have a decent amount for that. We have 6. That's not enough. I guess we'll just take the Reinforcements, which is fine card. Probably makes the deck. You get a couple bodies out of it. It's at least good with the Felidar Savior. That's true. Okay. And you get surprise blockers. It's a good card. It's just a deceptively good multi-body in one efficient card. All right, Blight Priest number 2, certainly the pick at this point. What we're trying to do. Still a pretty removal light deck, but that's okay. So now we're already at the point where we need to make cuts. Might be the Fleeting Flight. Does give flying, but I think I like Fake Your Own Death more. Another Blight Priest or Cathar Commando number 2. Blight Priest has more synergy, but it's less efficient. I could take one Exsanguinate. It's possible. It's a way to win the game. Kind of not feeling it, though. I think I'm going to take the Commando over the Priest. I agree with that. It's just, can't get over the efficiency of it. Prideful Parent is actually good because you get 2 bodies in one. I'm taking it over a Paladin. We don't really have +1/+1 counter cards anyway. So I could actually take the Amulet here, I guess. I don't think it's that great, but... don't need the Feaster. I'll just take it anyway because we're not playing Blossoming Sand. All right, wow. Commando number 3. I love it. I think they're all probably making the deck. You can get a lot of value out of Cathar Commando. So, not bad. Authority of the Councils actually makes Commando better too. Surprise attackers. When their dudes are entering tapped. So, kind of in okay shape here. Figuring out what we're going to have to cut. Surprisingly, Amulet's not bad in here because we have Reinforcements, Prideful Parent, Hunter. These are all decent sack targets. But ultimately, 20 creatures. I mean, we could easily cut 5 creatures. And then I could run Fleeting Flight as like a way to just kill your opponent sometimes. Push through extra damage or be a combat trick. Weakest creatures in the deck are probably... I mean, the Siphoners aren't great, but the life gain now, maybe with Blight Priest, is good enough. I suppose Paladin might be the weakest. It is a 3-mana, 3-power first strike, but I could see cutting it. I could see getting off the Amulet plan. I'm going to keep the Reinforcements, but I kind of want to keep the Parent too, but because it's just good with the Saviors. That's true. Like, Parent into Saviors is just good. And you really want to maximize the value on Savior. I kind of want to keep the Zombie because of the life gain. It just kind of makes sense to me. It is just a 4-mana 4/2 though. But we only ended up with 5 4-drops, which really isn't that bad. Let's get off the Amulet. 3 more cuts. They could be creatures. Do I like Fleeting Flight, or I think I like Fake Your Own Death more? With Double Savior? Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So maybe we'd cut the Fleeting Flight. Do I want to keep 3 Cathar Commandos? Sort of. Kind of want to keep Macabre Waltz, but we don't have anything busted to bring back. It's just... It's kind of a nice draw mid-game, I feel like. Like, getting Conqueror back is the main one, but even getting a Savior back really isn't bad. We're getting Pridemate back. I feel like even in this deck, it builds up pretty fast again. The Seraphs are kind of whatever, but Surveil can help it can help with some flood mitigation too, because we don't really have card draw in here, so that makes Macabre Waltz, I feel like, a little better. I could just cut Fake Your Own Death too. That's true. Reinforcements and Parents are actually decent with it too. I think I'm going to cut Fake Your Own Death. That leaves us with one more cut. It should probably be a creature, but I'm just not 100% sure which one. I mean, I could cut the Siphoner. The Healer's Hawk is just so much better with that flying for one less mana. Katana is decent with the Siphoner, but Katana's pretty clunky. Could cut one Siphoner. Where does that leave me with life gain? So I would have Authority, Hawk, Jouster. That's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd prefer to not cut things that gain me life, so I should probably keep the Siphoners. Yeah, as much as I loathe to do so. Could cut the Prideful Parent, I guess, even though I like the card. I think I like Cathar Commando more. To be honest, I'm not 100% sure. 2 bodies in 1 is pretty good, and this has Vigilance as well, which is good. But Commando, the versatility of blowing up artifacts and enchantments is actually pretty high on a 2-power flash, or 3-power 2-mana flash creature. All right, I guess I'm going to cut the Prideful Parent. It's a tough one. Overall, decent deck. I think the Conqueror kind of makes it pretty interesting. We have the synergies, so we'll see how it goes. Ended up a little removal light, despite starting with a good amount of removal. We have Joust Through, Stab, and a Banishing Light. Is that it? Oh, man. That is pretty removal light. No doubt about it. I guess Commandos are kind of removal, but... all right, well, we'll see what we can do with it. We'll run it like this and see around 1. Okay, well, we got a good keep here. Let's go Authority into Hunter. Into Hunter and a Blight Priest. Not bad, not bad. All right, looting. That's a good sign. Probably digging for a land, I'm guessing. Wow. Still digging for lands. Didn't find it. Ooh, now that was a great draw. So I could do the Seraph first. I think I like the Seraph first more, because then I can give it +1/+1, which I think I like more. Attacking. So they probably have Stab. I'm going to take it. All right, Dazzling Angel's good too. But this is pretty good. Save your opportunity here. Now they play a creature, we gain life, we surveil, they lose a life. Yeah, they're pretty much dead. All right. See you for the next one. Okay, well, Siphoner and Blight Priest. Got the Conqueror, too. Wait, doesn't that just kill them? Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever opponent loses life, you gain that much life. So these two just kill your opponent. Okay. Unlimited. Wow. Guess I should have just take as many Blight Priests as you can possibly get. I mean, we literally have the Deathstroke already. We just land a Conqueror, attack with Siphoner, and they're dead? Is that really what this is? That's absurd. And attack with Siphoner, but yeah. Not even attack. I mean, attack with anything. Make them lose life. That's so silly. Why would they put that in? Why would they do that? I'm just going to get rid of the blocker. I'm not doing anything else this turn, so to me it makes sense. I mean, if they tap out, they're just dead? That's just so silly. Wow. They picked the wrong one. Let's see if they can counter it. If they do, then they're in good shape. Ooh. Timely block. They literally would have died there. That's crazy. That was just death. Just for the card draw, huh? It's kind of surprising. I think we're just going to go after them. Actually, I guess it makes more sense here, because otherwise they can make a ninja. So basically, Okay, that means we win. Oh, well, not necessarily. No, it doesn't mean we win, but it means they have to chump our Conqueror, which is good. No, maybe not. Oh, that was a good draw. All right. All right. See you for the next one. This hand's a little slow, but we'll keep it. Hmm. Well, Soul Shackled Zombie could be good next turn. Hmm. That was weird. Counter magic up. Let's play a savior. See if they have the counter. All right. I'd much rather that get refuted than my Conqueror. All right. So, let's see here. 6 mana. We can go Angel plus Banishing Light. I like it. All right. Options now. Conquer and we just gain a bunch of life, so I'm cool with that. I wanted to leave up the black actually, but that's all right. Okay. It's pretty good. Oh, I wonder I have to tap all my black. Makes more sense. So let's see, they can bulk up. That's not very fair, is it? That's ridiculous that they put that in limited. It's so silly. All right, we'll see for the next one. Oh, I got a great keep here. Wonder if we actually do the... Yeah, probably the hunter first because we need lands. Well, we've got the combo, so now we just need to rip some lands, survive long enough to get the combo off. Hmm. All right, got the third land, so that's good. Guess we can do Blight Priest first. Yeah, best use of mana. Makes sense. Hmm. Hmm. No attacks. Well, that was unexpected. So, guess I can do Pride Mate and leave up Resolute Reinforcements. Still need a second black before we can go off with this Conqueror. Hmm. It's a good one. Looks like they've got the Burst Lightning, but they're waiting on it. A little late on Dazzling Angel, but that's okay. Let's see which one they kill. I'm glad they're killing the Pride Mate, because even though the Pride Mate's amazing, it's the Conqueror, Blight Priest, Dazzling Angel. It's just going to win us the game on the spot. So let's see how much more removal they have. Hopefully, if they just tap out, we're in real good shape. No play there, huh? Well, let's just play a second Blight Priest then. Could do the Soul Shackled Zombie, but we'll wait on that. Hmm. All right. Let's see if they have the pump here too. Okay. Oh, Joust 3 is not bad. So, can do the zombie first and drain him. All right. I think we're still mostly okay. Didn't quite get what we needed, but that's okay. If I play the commando, it just dies the firebrand, so basically just waiting for that second black mana, and I insta kill him. So I can stab that. I only have one black mana, so this kind of makes more sense. Pretty glad they're hitting that one. All right, we got there. All right, let's see for the next one. It's a keep. Pretty good. We get to go Hunter into Siphoner into Savior, or I could do the Siphoner first. Siphoner deals more damage. Maybe that's better. Life gain might be better against a red deck. That was a good draw. So let's attack. So we'll stab plus helpful hunter. That's pretty good. See if we can rip our fourth land here. Ooh, Pridemate too. Well, at worst, Pridemate's looking pretty good. Not the best use of mana, but a little more exciting than Blight Priest here, so. Kind of worked out okay, actually. Still got our Pridemate a little bigger. No play, though, huh? Let's do the Blight Priest now. Let's see. They have Aetherized mana. I'm just going to attack here and wait. I'll leave it on top. We do miss out on a land, but I think it's a little too good to pass up on here. Sure. All right. They had the burst lightning. All right, so we have the fourth land. I think we'll do double Cathar Commando and then probably play the Savior. I want to maximize Savior value. They only have 2 cards left, so I'm all right with that. I'm going to do the Savior first. They have a bunch of mana, so if they have a counter spell, I don't want the Conqueror to get countered. Sure. It was unexpected. I wanted to tap out here. This is ideal. Now I believe we just win now. So now we just go Conqueror and attack with Savior and they're done. Doesn't matter what they do. We're gaining life. They're losing. Oh, yeah, they're losing life. So, because we're going to gain life. So we go Conqueror, attack with Savior. GG's. Well played. Done. All right. On to the next one. Oh, let's see. On the draw with a bunch of black cards. I mean, we've got the Conquer. I mean, we have the kill combo in hand. Which, to be honest, kind of makes this hand tempting to keep. Especially on the draw. I think I'm going to risk it just because this combo is so strong. I feel like not keeping it is a mistake. I mean, just being able to instant kill your opponent is just really absurd, you know? All right, see you for the next one. Gosh, we just keep getting the combo. We're so lucky here. That was a good draw, too. Reinforcements and a priest and a savior. Nice. Oof. Well, I think we're going to lose a plains because I want to keep all these other things. Counter mana up. Well, of all these cards, which one would I like them to counter the most? Probably the Soul Shackled Zombie, but I'm going to do the Savior. I assume they're going to try and res that. Let's do the... See if we can resolve this. So, what could they have that gives it Death Touch? I'm not sure. I'm going to take it. Unfortunately, that card is absurdly strong. Yeah, they would just get to draw 2 cards. It's pretty absurdly strong. But it's hard to complain about absurdly strong things when you have a deck that's just completely unfair and wins with 2 cards that shouldn't be in the same set together, let alone in the same standard environment together. I mean, we've completely lost this game now, but our deck is still absurd. They have a fun deck, though. Yeah, they have an awesome deck. Looks like a lot of fun. I mean, High Society Hunter is a very stupid card, too. For being a core set that's supposed to be like core powered cards, this set is full of just obscenely powered rares. High Society Hunter doesn't even make sense as a card for limited. Just trades, you draw multiple cards. Any removal spell, you're drawing cards. You keep drawing and drawing and drawing and finding more removal, and yeah, pretty absurd. But then again, like I said, so is Marauding Blight Priest plus Conquering Bloodthirsty Conqueror. Oh yeah, we have Authority of the Councils in our deck. I almost forgot. And we yet again get the combo in hand. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. So I'll ditch the Commando. I can't play any of these yet, but this is like 3-card kill once I can, so. Oh, that's too bad. We'll do the Angel first. Guess I should have noticed my opponent is also on 2 lands. Kind of important point here. All right. Ooh, Pridemate. Let's do the Blight Priest first here. That was a weird game. All right, see you for the next one. It's hard to mull a hand like this because we have Bridemate, which is super strong. We don't have black mana, but we have white cards to play. So now I guess we want to do Hunter first. And then we'll do Dazzling Angel, and then we can do Pridemate and immediately get value. I like that. Blood Thief. Let's do the Angel first here. All right. So what's the play now? Guess we do Siphoner plus Pridemate. Okay. All right. So short of black mana, unfortunately. So I guess we'll go Blight Priest first. Has the best damage output so far. Although I guess Shackled Zombie would give me the best block there, but that's okay. That's too bad. So I guess we'll do... They have any creatures in there? Nope. All right. That's all right. Do that and then get rid of... Oh, from a single graveyard. Let's do our graveyard then. Can't get any of these back anyway, so... Two cards left in their hand. I guess that's not bad. Oh, that's too bad. Can I not math? I guess I can't math. Could have sworn I mathed there, but I guess I didn't math. I'll have to work on my math for the next draft there. So that was a 5-5. It wasn't a 4-4, and I blocked with a 3-2, a 4-2, and a 1-3, which would equate to 5. So yeah, I don't know what I was doing there. May not matter here, but it's the principle of the fact there. I don't know why I got the math wrong. I'm very confused about that. All right. Ended up going 6-3. I mean, this deck, let's be realistic. This deck easily should have gotten 7 wins, but and I was gifted like every hand too. So very stupid of them to put Bloodthirsty Conqueror. And I'm sure they'll be, but it's a mythic. You won't say it, it's a mythic. Very, very stupid to put that in the same set as Blade Priest. It makes no sense at all. Very, very sloppy development move there. Let's do some pack one, pick ones. Well, Lathrill's an easy first pick. It's just a fantastic card. Really ridiculous. Tack it up on the list of growing, really ridiculous foundation rares, since it just makes 1,000,000 elves. And you buff it, and you just make 1,000,000 more elves. And then it doesn't even need the tap 10. Even if it didn't have the tap 10 untapped elves ability, just the fact that it makes elves equal to the damage it deals and has menace is really absurd. So easy pick there. Well, is Coma a trap first pick? I guess that's the question. It's insanely strong, and it has protection. It can't be countered, and it tramples. Everything about it is relevant, but 7 mana is a lot. But there's probably nothing else in here to take. It'd be a Llanowar Elves otherwise, or a Stab. Probably a Stab versus Llanowar Elves. I mean, they don't print Llanowar Elves much anymore. This is the first time I've seen it in a long time. And they do print Stab style effects pretty often. So maybe Llanowar Elves is better than Stab, but then everyone says green is terrible. So maybe you just take Stab. But yeah, I guess you take Coma. It's also a fun 7-drop. Usually I don't first pick 7-drops, but... All right, Blasphemous Edict. This blows up the board, right? Each player sacrifices 13 creatures. Well, it's a board wipe. So you probably just go ahead and take it and feel pretty good about it. All right, well, Kaito's pretty sweet too. 3 mana, spits out ninjas. Whenever a player casts a spell, create a 2/1 blue ninja. Well, that's pretty sweet. It'd be pretty tough to get it to 9 loyalty, I guess, but I guess not really. It's whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, put a loyalty counter on it. You could get it to 9, I guess, and then do absurd things with the emblem. Just an awesome card. Easy first pick. Slackstorm's pretty awesome too. So, yeah, we could take that. It's a board wipe. And there's nothing else here really screaming at me, so it makes sense as a first pick. Can also, I guess, kill your opponent with it sometimes. So Vindicator, and not much else in here. Dazzling Angel for the life gain deck. But no, we take the Vindicator and feel pretty good about it, even though it's a multicolor card. Resembling Skeleton is probably pretty good in this set too, with the sack effects and stuff. But no, I'd take the Vindicator. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you for the next one.